Let's crochet and knit everything with purple yarn. Hello everyone, Rochelle here, and I'm back to share some yarn goodness with y'all today. Alright, so let's talk about the yarn that I'm going to be using in this week long, hopefully it'll be a week, but we'll see. But we will be crocheting and knitting with purple yarn. So let's talk about the purple yarn that we are going to be using. Okay, so the first one I have is this beautiful color here. This is Loops and Thread Soft Classic, and it is 100% acrylic, and it is a medium 4-weight yarn, and the color is raspberry. So this is a really nice color, very soft as well. All right, the next yarn that we have is, I love this yarn, and this is acrylic as well. And let's see the color. The color is 293 purple. So this is a really nice dark purple color, and you all know purple is my favorite color, so I am really going to enjoy this challenge. Okay, so next up we have I Love This Cotton, and this is 100% cotton, and the color is 250 Amethyst. So that's a really nice light color. It almost reminds me of like a lilac type of color, so it's really, really nice. All right, next up we have these two. Now these are Crafter's Secret 100% cotton, and the colorway is 146 Spring Stripe. So I've got two of these. And then last but not least, we have Crafter's Secret Cotton in the colorway 32 Lavender. So this is going to be so much fun. All right, so our first project is going to be the Lace Edge Poncho designed by Lion Brand Yarn. Now, this is a free pattern, and it calls for Aran weight yarn. The finished circumference is about 60 inches at the lower edge, and that's 152 centimeters. And the finished length is about 18 inches or 46 centimeters. So the yarn that I'm going to use for this poncho is going to be the I Love This yarn, and this is the colorway purple. So I'm going to use this. Now the pattern calls for 374 yards of worsted weight yarn, but this is 355 yards. So we'll see if I lose at yarn chicken. I'm really hoping that I don't lose at yarn chicken, because that would be really bad. But I could always go back to the store and buy more, or do the edging in a different color, but we'll see. I'm hoping that this will work out with the one skein. All right, so the hook that I'm going to use is my Clover Amour eye hook, which is a 5.5 millimeter crochet hook. So I'm going to be using this one. And the techniques you'll need to know in order to make this poncho includes chain, double crochet, single crochet, and slip stitch. So it's not too bad. And it is worked top down in the round, and I love that lacy detail at the bottom of the pattern. So yay, that's the poncho. I did want to share what I am wearing. So this is the Sweet Summer Tee designed by Rachel Milsner of Evelyn and Peter Crochet. And so I uploaded an entire video about this shirt, and I have a Ravelry page that I will leave linked below as well. So I'm so excited. Let's go ahead and get started with this. I'm going to check in every once in a while with the projects that I make. Of course, this will not be the only project that I make. I've got to do something with all of this yarn. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get started on this poncho. It's day 2 and I'm still working on my lacy poncho. So this is how much I've done so far. So it's looking really nice, but it is now time to move on to our next project. So this is project number 2. And what I'm going to be making is the tote bag designed by Winnipeg Yunker of Knit Crow Addict. I hope I said all that right. And here comes my puppy on cue. But anyway, so this is a paid pattern for $5 or it's free on her blog. Now, the yarn weight that it calls for is worsted weight yarn. And the bag measurements are 26.18 inches in circumference by 13.81 inches tall. And that's not including the straps. So that in centimeters is 66.5 by 35.1. So the yarn that I'm going to be using is Loops and Thread. This is 100% acrylic. And this is their Loops and Thread Soft Classic. So here it is, and let's see, raspberry. Raspberry is the color. So this yarn is really soft. I'm excited to use it. This is a really pretty, bright purple, and I think it's amazing. So the hook size that I'm going to be using is a J hook, which is a 6mm. And the techniques you will need include chain, double crochet 2 together, and slip stitches. So you will need to know how to do a few skills. So this design is perfect for market bags, beach bags, reusable grocery bags. I'm going to use mine as a project bag for my yarn. And I know that this bag would probably be better suited with cotton yarn. In fact, that's what's used in the pattern. But I'm going to use this yarn here and make sure I don't stretch it too much. But I think this is going to be great for my bag. But just keep in mind that if you're going to be putting a lot of stuff in your bag, it would probably be good to use a cotton so that it doesn't stretch as much. Alright, so I did want to go over what I am wearing. So this is the Saturday sweater designed by Tamara Kelly of Moogly. And I did an entire video about this top. And so I'm going to leave the Ravelry link below where the video link is. Alright, y'all, so I am super excited to get started on another project. It's day 3. Let me share my progress. Okay, so here is the poncho. And let me see, it's all twisted up here. Okay, so this is the poncho, and I've done 2 rows of the lace, and so it's been really fun. It's so pretty how it's turning out. I love it. I can already envision it now, so I'm excited about that. This is all the yarn that I have left. So if you all remember, I was a little worried about losing yarn chicken. So this is all I have left. And I have, I don't know, maybe like 10 rows left. So I don't think I'm going to have enough yarn. However, I have two options. So one option is I can go to the store and buy another skein, or I can trim it in black. So I'm not quite sure which one I want to do yet, but we'll figure it out. So this is my progress so far. So cute. Love it. It's kind of making like a ruffle effect. But I imagine that after blocking, the lace will straighten out a little bit. But honestly, like, I don't mind it. It's so cute. And I love the color. But anyway, that's the progress on our lace pullover, or our lace poncho. Okay, let's also talk about our tote bag that we're making. So this is what I've done so far. I have finished the body of the bag, and I have also finished the first strap. So there's going to be a strap here, and then I'm going to join in the middle. So I did make one change. I decided to add 3 extra rows to the strap because when I was putting it up to where the bag would hit at, it seemed like it was going to be a little bit short. So I wanted to add a few more rows to it. And I think it's going to be fine. I have plenty of yarn. So if I decide after making the second strap that I want the straps to be longer, I can. The only thing is I have to consider, you know, this yarn is going to stretch over time. So I don't want to make the straps too long, but I do have the option. And this color is beautiful. The yarn is soft. And yeah, I'm definitely excited to get on that second strap. But all right. Let's talk about our third project. We are going to be knitting this time. We've done 2 crochet projects. Now we're going to knit. And it is the traditional dishcloth designed by Stacy Perry of Very Pink Knits. And so she is definitely someone that's very popular. She has helped a lot of us when it comes to knitting. So I'm very excited to make a pattern by her. I've actually made this pattern several times before. So let me just talk about the pattern itself. So it is a free pattern and it calls for worsted weight yarn, and the bag measurements are 26.18 inches in circumference and 13.81 inches tall, and that's not including the straps. And so in centimeters, that is 66.5 by 35.1. My dog is in my lap. What you want? Oh, let me make some room for you. Okay, so that is the bag measurements. And in terms of the yarn that I'm going to use, I want to use Crafter's Secret cotton. It's 100% cotton. And this is the color Spring Stripe. And so this is a variegated yarn, but it is primarily purple. So that's why I thought it would be okay to put in this video. So I will be using, let me make some room. I will be using my Chiaogu needles, and I'm going to be using a US 7, which is a 4.5 millimeter. And the skills that you will need to know in order to make this include knit 2 together, and yarn over. So it's very, very simple. Cast on, knit, yarn overs, decrease, and bond off. It is so simple. So yeah, like I said, I have knit this dishcloth pattern before. I use it for dishes. I use them for cleaning around the house. I even have some that I use to wash the dog. So I'm very, very excited to make some more. All right, so I did want to talk about what I am wearing. I am wearing the Rosemary Tee designed by Ashley Lillis, and I have an entire video about this shirt. And also what I'm going to do is leave my Ravelry page below, and it has the video link in it. So yeah, so I'm super excited about it. It's really nice. I love wearing it. And right now, my dog is chewing on the bottom. I don't even think you all can see that. Hey, calm down. He's just below my waist. But anyway, he probably needs to go out and get some exercise. So before I start on my third project, I'm going to take Tote outside and let him run around for a little bit. I have finished the tote bag, and this is how much yarn I had left. So I still got quite a bit of yarn left. And are you going to mess up my stuff? I got my dog in my lap. Here is the tote bag. It's so nice and I love it. I love the color. It is beautiful and I can't wait to put some stuff in it. I think that this bag would be really good for people that knit and crochet while walking. And I think my dog just moved my camera, but I'm still in focus. But anyway, this is a really nice bag. And I'm going to show all my projects at the end of the video. I'm probably going to put some yarn in this bag so you can really see what it looks like. I was a little concerned because when you put it on, it's right there at my armpit, but it's not too bad. I feel like this is going to stretch anyway. So yeah, really love this bag. All right, so it did take me 2 days to make this bag, but honestly, I feel like you could make it in 1 day. Okay, so let's move on to my next. Oh Lord, my dog has found his squeaky toy. Oh goodness, okay. Apologies. Let's talk about my lacy pullover. So I have worked on 4 more rows of my poncho. Why do I keep saying lacy pullover? It's a poncho. So here's what we have so far. And if you'll notice here, we have black yarn down at the bottom. I'm gonna have to take that away from him. Coda, can you wait? All right. So I have added some black yarn, and basically, let me see where I ran out. I can't even tell anymore, but I ran out of purple yarn at the end of a row. I was almost at the end of the row, and so I used black yarn to finish it up. And I'm gonna wear that part in the back, so I really don't think you'll be able to see it. And honestly, I can't even find that section looking at it. But yeah, so I did 4 more rows last night, and once you get in the rhythm of the lace repeats, it's not bad. The lace repeats, there's 2, and they're pretty easy to memorize once you get going. But anyway, here it is. And it is wonderful. So I'm very happy about it. And yeah, I'm going to work on it a little bit later, maybe this afternoon. We'll see. But anyway, yes, it is stunning. Look at that. I love the black too. So I'm not mad about the black. Let me know what you think. So I am loving it. All right, so I do have some knitting updates to share as well. All right, let's see. So this is my washcloth that I am working on, and you can see the purple. So there's actually, like I said, this is a variegated yarn, but there's actually 3 areas of purple. So you have this darker purple here, and then you have kind of like a light, kind of like a lavender color, and then you have this very light purple, almost white, but it does have a tinge of purple in it, and it is beautiful. So far I have done 45 stitches. I have 45 stitches on my needle, and I need to get to 50 stitches before I start decreasing. So I'm almost there. So yay, I'm really excited. Let me know if you make dishcloths, whether you knit them or crochet them. I would love to know. All right, so that's the update on that project. And now I'm going to share with you all our 4th project. And it is the Quick and Easy Coasters designed by Tiffany Griffin of Beautiful Dawn Designs. So this is a free pattern, and it calls for Aran weight yarn. And it is approximately 5 inches or 12.75 centimeters. That's the size of it. I believe that's the diameter of it. And calm down. Don't get in my yarn. But the yarn that I'm going to be using is Crafter's Secret Cotton. It's 100% cotton. Calm down. It's 100% cotton, and the colorway is 32 lavender. So I'm really excited to be using this. I'm going to be using a G hook, which is a 4mm crochet hook. And the skills that you will need in order to make this include chain, half double crochet, single crochet, half double crochet increase, and slip stitch. So I am really big on using coasters. I really like to protect my surfaces, especially my wooden surfaces. I don't really like water stains on my table, so these are definitely going to come in handy. I'm not quite sure how many coasters I'm going to make. I'm going to see what I can get out of this skein, and then I'll let you all know how many I get. All right, so I did want to talk about what I am wearing. I am wearing the Summer Breeze Crop 2.0 top designed by Key of Designs by Key, and I have done an entire video about this. And so what I'll do is leave my Ravelry page linked below, which has my video link in it. So yay, I am super excited about all of these projects, and I am going to keep on working. I finished my coaster. number. Yes, I'm so excited about this. It took me less than an hour to make, and it weighs 15 grams. So it does not need a lot of yarn. It is a quick yarn. Well, if you have scrap yarn or if you want to finish a project quickly, this is a good pattern for you. And it's so cute, and I love the ruffles, the scallop edge rather. So yay, it is so cute. I love it, and I cannot wait to use it. All right, so I finished another project as well, and this is crochet, by the way. I have finished a knit project, and it is my dishcloth. Look at that. I love the stripes. I love the stripes of purple that's going throughout, so it's really pretty. And yeah, I absolutely love it. Really simple project, very well written. I would definitely recommend it for beginners. So yay, it's so pretty. And just looking at these two together, they make like a nice little set. So if you want to give somebody like a gift for their home, you can make them maybe a set of coasters and a set of dishcloths. I think that would be really, really cool. Okay, so I have some more progress to share with you all. All right, let's see if I can get this without dropping everything. So I have crocheted 2 more rows on my lace poncho. So let's take a look at it. Let's see, is it on the wrong side? It might be. Anyway, here it is. It is growing. Oh, I love it. I love the way it looks. This is just so pretty. Love it. So like I said, I did crochet 2 more rows on it. I have 4 rows left until I am done. And so that's 3 rows of the lace repeat. Yeah, I think it's 3 or 4 rows of the lace repeat. But that last row is going to be the picot row. So I'm really looking forward to that. But this is stunning. This is beautiful. The lace, it's a little time consuming because you really have to count your chains. You have to make sure you have the right amount. But it's not difficult. It's very easy. So I am loving it. All right, let's put this away. Okay, let's see. All right, since we have been moving along, our 4th project is going to be the Venice Beach Bandana designed by Lucky Penny Craft Co. So this is a paid pattern. It costs $6 and it calls for worsted weight yarn. And the height is 9 inches or 23 centimeters. And the width is, without the straps, 14 inches or 36 centimeters. The yarn that I'm using is I Love This Cotton. It is 100% cotton, and the color is 250 Amethyst. So this is really pretty, and it's really soft too. I think this is going to drape really, really well. So I'm looking forward to that. And the hook size that I'm going to be using is a 5mm H hook. And the techniques that you will need in order to make this bandana include chain, half double crochet, and single crochet. So those are very, very easy stitches. So love that. And I am thinking of either wearing this bandana as either a headscarf or a neck scarf. I think it would be super cute either way. But yeah, I'm excited to get started on this. I'm trying to think, have I used this yarn before? If I have, I can't remember the project I used it for, but I'm really looking forward to it because this is soft. But yeah, I am loving using all of this cotton yarn. I hadn't used cotton yarn in quite a while, so I'm very excited about it. But yeah, all right. So I did want to share what I am wearing. I am wearing the Tolsta Tee designed by Rebecca Clow, and I'm loving this bright sunny yellow color. And I did an entire video all about this tee, so I will leave my Ravelry page below, which has the video link in it. Or you can just go on my channel, search Tolsta Tee, and you'll find it. I've made 2 or 3 Tolsta Tees. I know I've made at least 2. But yeah, they're beautiful. And I would definitely make another one. It fits so well and I'm so comfortable in it. And maybe I'll even consider making one with cotton yarn. That would be fun. Maybe like a cotton linen bamboo. I don't know. Let me know. What should I make my next Tolsta Tee in? But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get started on this bandana. And I'll catch up with you all a little bit later. I finished my bandana. Here it is, and I really like the finished project. So this bandana can be made within a couple of hours. Here's the thing though. I paid $6 for this pattern, and there are typos. Y'all know that's one of my pet peeves. But it was a typo on the last row, and I was able to figure it out. It was pretty simple fix. It was just a stitch count issue. Not a big deal, but you know, human error, it happens. So what do you do? But I am very excited about this poncho. I love the way it fits, and I will share some clips of how it fit a little bit later. But a lot of times when I make ponchos, they're not quite big enough. They're not quite wide enough, especially for my big hair. And so this is perfect, and I love it. Here are the straps. They're nice and long, so that's really nice. And yeah, the yarn, oh, the yarn is so soft. This was really nice to work with. Okay, so let me put this down because I'm very excited to share with you the next project that I finished. So here is my lace pullover. It's all done. Now I ran out of yarn. I lost yarn chicken, y'all. I ran out of yarn on the last 2 rows. So, yeah, I did not get to do the picot edge. I was debating on whether to rip back a few rows and then just do the picot edge as the last row, but I decided to just stop it here, and I love it. Now, I'll show you all how it fits a little bit later. It does not fit like the model in the sample picture. I have wider shoulders than she does, so it fits me about right here instead of being a little bit lower down. I would have to do way more than the final 2 rows to get that poncho to fit me like it does in the sample picture. It would have to require a lot more rows because I think in the sample picture it goes down pretty far, but for me it doesn't, and that's okay. I still love it. But yeah, I ran out of black yarn and I was like, oh my gosh. It's fine. I think it is so pretty, and I blocked my poncho by steaming it. let's talk about what I'm wearing. I'm wearing the No Sew Comfort Tee designed by Ashley Rivas of Tiny Couch Crochet. So I made an entire video about this shirt, and I will leave my Ravelry page below. I'll leave that link, and that has the video link in it as well. Or you can just go to my channel, search No Sew Comfort Tee. This is actually my second one that I made. This is the V-neck version. The first was more of a scoop neck version. So check them both out if you want. But I absolutely love this. And also check out the description box for every single pattern that I talked about today. It will be linked. Okay, so let's review all the projects that I have made. All right, so let's see where to start. Okay, so we started off with the lacy poncho. It took me all week to make this, but it was totally worth it. So I love this. And then I believe we did the tote bag. So this is so nice. I enjoyed putting yarn in this. So look at that color. Isn't that stunning? And then after that, we switched it up because those were true crochet patterns. So then we switched it up and we did a knitted pattern. And this is the traditional washcloth. I love it. Look at those stripes. This is beautiful. Just beautiful. So I love this. And then after that, we did our coaster. Cute. I cannot get over the scallop edging, and I cannot wait to use this on my office desk. It is just, it is so stunning, and I just love it. The yarn worked out really well for it. It is beautiful. The color is nice. It's very springtime, so yeah, love it. And last but certainly not least, we did the bandana. So this is beautiful. I love it. And yeah, I cannot wait to wear it. I'm definitely going to get some wear out of this bandana. So here are all my beautiful, beautiful projects. And let's check them out a little bit further. Let me know what you worked on while watching, or did you just chill? I would love to know. Feel free to click that like button, that notification bell, so you'll know when I'm coming up with new videos, and also click that subscribe button. Thank you so much for being here. I just am so grateful, and thank you all so much for watching. Until next time, bye.